strength emerging from these early efforts, and that we will move together as India, Team India, and as an ecosystem for the entire country. Thank you for the opportunity to be a part of this program.
Thank you, sir. May I now request our guest of honor, Honorable Minister of State, Rajiv Chandrasekhar sir, to give his address.
To Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw ji, Ajay Sani ji, Jitendra Sharma ji, Jayesh Ranjan ji, and to all my colleagues in the ministry, thank you for organizing this program, and I'm pleased that after several public consultations and consultations with stakeholders and internal discussions within the ministry, that we are at a point today to launch this very important document, which I believe is a leap into a very, very important strategic area for the nation and indeed for our digital economy, which is additive manufacturing. Let me quickly lay out how this fits into our overall thinking, our Prime Minister's vision for $1 trillion digital economy. All of us are aware that over the last 2 years, especially during the COVID, the digital technology capabilities that have been built over the last 7 years since Digital India was launched has demonstrated not just to us as Indians, but to the world, the power of technology to be resilient, to create resilience, to empower, and indeed to bounce back after 2 years of a very adverse, deep, disruptive COVID. Budget 2022 has further strengthened our country's ambition in the technology space. The future is clearly of digital opportunities and technology opportunities, and India is the intersection of growing digital market, growing digital capabilities, and a confidence demonstrated by the energy of hundreds and thousands of our startups, including 50 odd of them that have become unicorns this year. So if you think of that and then have another thought about the manufacturing sector, which is also an important part of the digital economy, our ambitions in the digital economy, our $1 trillion digital economy, we will find that over decades, India has missed the bus on high precision manufacturing. And while we have made fits and stops on that, the high precision manufacturing area is an area that we have really not led the world or indeed been anywhere close to the leaders of the world. And this has been dominated by some Western countries. And so additive manufacturing is at the intersection of computing, electronics, imaging, and the emerging areas of artificial intelligence, pattern recognition, and all the intellectual property that comes from that intersection is additive manufacturing. And we are at the same stage as the rest of the world in additive manufacturing as the rest of the world is. And additive manufacturing plays to the strengths that India has, which is software, which is technology, and increasingly electronics and ESDM and artificial intelligence and other associated technologies. So to take up from where Ajay Sani ji said, talking about the future of manufacturing, I think additive manufacturing is very, very critical in the overall toolkit that India has, and India is building under the leadership of our Prime Minister to be a preeminent player in the digital economies of the future. And it plays to the very strong strengths that have been built up over the last 7 years and we are building today going forward. I congratulate the team that has put together this document. I am more impressed or more happier about the fact that the document is a very precise document and avoids the temptation to be a rambling discourse on technology and is a document that focuses on specific objectives and outcomes. And the principal outcome being creating local entrepreneurship, local technology and intellectual property around the future of additive manufacturing. So congratulations to all in the ministry and best wishes to all. And I look forward to our startup ecosystem expanding to include entrepreneurs and startups that play a leadership role in additive manufacturing in the coming future. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We are thankful for your continued support and guidance in developing the national strategies. May I now request Honorable Minister of Electronics and IT, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw, sir, for addressing as chief guest for this occasion today.
Thank you. Honorable Shri Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji, Secretary Mighty Shri Ajay Sahni ji, Shri Jayesh Ranjan ji, Shri Dr. Jitendra Sharma ji, Shri Arvind Kumar ji, and all the colleagues, all the participants from the industry present here. I congratulate all of you for coming out with this very precise and very forward-looking strategy paper on additive manufacturing. Indeed, as my colleague and all the other speakers have already mentioned, this is the cutting edge. This is where the world is still moving forward, and this is the time to take the lead and time to make the right moves. And I'm so glad, although Jayesh said that this is a bit unique that we are having a participative thing, but in my experience and in Prime Minister Modi ji's vision, last 7 years, practically everything that we do is always collaborative. And yes, we do try to create a little bit of competition between the states so that the best outcome comes. But our focus has always been a very collaborative style, and that's the way we work. So Jayesh ji, this is not unique. This is something that we do day in and day out. The first exposure I had of additive manufacturing was one airplane component. I was working in the industry at that time, and I was so impressed by the way, the precision by which components can be manufactured, the strength can be modulated, the way the conventional constraints, when you have to take a large block and then machine it into the final piece, gets totally changed when you are taking the individual items, or rather individual particles, and then trying to build up. So it was quite a learning for me at that point of time. That was about some 10 years back. And I'm so glad that today we are in a position where we already have a pilot going in AMTZ. This new center, the Center of Excellence, will bring lots of people together. And the happiest thing is that we have taken some very clearly defined goals in this strategy. And I think that's very important, and that's a very important characteristic of the way many programs are defined in the last 7 years. We are targeting 50 India-specific technologies, 100 new startups, 500 products, 10 existing new manufacturing sectors, 10 existing and new manufacturing sectors, 1 lakh new skilled manpower. And my colleague, Minister Chandrasekhar ji, is also holding the portfolio for skill development, and he is doing a fantastic work there. So that brings both the synergies between the two ministries. Then finally, the adoption awareness about additive manufacturing products. So with this kind of goal making, with this kind of effort, with this kind of collaboration between state, center, industry, I'm sure we will achieve a lot of success. I wish you all the very best. We hope that this should also become a major export item in the coming years and add to the growing recognition all over the world that India is today getting, that India is a major source of high-tech products. Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request honorable ministers to launch the national strategy on additive manufacturing through a video first. So, sir, may I?
Future manufacturing is evolving globally. India is enabling next-generation digital manufacturing that's transforming millions of lives to grow unhindered. Additive manufacturing leverages the untapped business opportunities by making things future-ready, contributing towards Atmanirbhar Bharat, that instilling a spirit of self-reliance through technological transformation of the production paradigm. Opening up new vistas to inspire immense economic benefits by fostering local skills and technological capabilities, apart from reducing import dependencies. On top of that, nurturing talents and generating jobs in new domain areas such as design and engineering, 3D machines, advanced materials, and printed product recycling. Furthermore, deeply encourage exports of AM-produced goods and services, as well as promote research infrastructure and above all, significantly bestow the innovation. Captivating foreign investments in this space that includes material, process technology, software and design, and creation of supply chain. Laying a strong foundation for the global leaders to establish basis for manufacturing AM components that's pivoting India's domestic manufacturing ecosystem to be more robust. Today, our nation is proudly creating new AM-centric avenues.
Thank you, sir. Now may I request Honorable Ministers to release the booklet on National Strategy on Additive Manufacturing for the nation and other dignitaries to join. Thank you, sir. In the last, I would like to request my colleague, Dr. Sandeep Chatterjee, to propose a vote of thanks.
This opportunity to propose vote of thanks on this occasion. First of all, I would like to thank our Honorable Minister, Shri Ashwini Vaishnaw, sir, for his gracious presence on this occasion. Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance and support. I would also like to thank our Honorable Minister of State, Shri Rajiv Chandrasekhar ji, for sparing his valuable time. Thank you, sir, for making this strategy paper a success. Thanks a lot, sir. I also want to thank our distinguished guest, Shri Ashwini sir, Principal Secretary, Department of Industry, Commerce, IT, Government of Telangana, Dr. Jitendra Sharma, Managing Director, AMTZ, Visakhapatnam, for their gracious presence on this occasion. My sincere thanks to all the committee members who helped in drafting the strategy paper. Dr. L. Jyotish Kumar, President, Additive Manufacturing Society of India, Dr. Ravi Bathe, Scientist, ARCI, Hyderabad, Sri Raju Goel, Secretary General Elsina, for providing valuable suggestion during the formulation of the strategy paper. Last but not the least, my special thanks to our group coordinator, Sri Arvind Kumar, for his constant guidance and support. As also to all my colleagues from Electronic Materials Division, METI, for their hard work, and NEGD officials for making the event grand success. I also thank the media personalities who are covering this event. Thank you all once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
For honoring.